It has been a crazy day today. There have been so many things happen. First off, this morning, we went to dinner with a friend of mine last night, and I stayed up. I stay up really late anyway. Kenna goes to bed early and takes the dogs to bed. So I went to bed. I was sleeping so good. You know how in the early morning and you're like really sound asleep, but you hear something and you're not sure what it. You kind of black it out because you want to sleep because it's so warm and you're so comfortable. And it got louder and louder and louder. It was this. Now, Kenan goes to bed early, like I said, and takes the dogs with him. He has given the puppy this new toy, and the puppy carries it everywhere with him. He let him bring this to bed. Now, who lets the dog bring this to bed? Because this went on all morning until I finally raised up and looked, and Kenan is sitting there laughing, playing with the dog with this toy that he brought to bed. I said, who in their right mind lets a dog bring a squeaky toy to bed? I mean, you know what he's going to do first thing in the morning is start playing with this toy. And I just think he finds ways to wake me up. I don't like to be woken up abruptly, and I think he knows that, so he lets the dogs or some other means do it all the time. If he wants me up, he will not just wake me up. He will find something like this to wake me up. So anyway, I'm one of those people when I wake up, because I don't even have an alarm clock. I don't have a clock like that. I never have used one. I'm so crazy about being on time. I just have an internal clock. If I have to be somewhere, I'm up. If I don't and I want to sleep in, it's something like this that gets me up. So anyway, we got up and he started taking those ornaments off that tree. I usually don't touch the ornaments because I always break something. In fact, he was teasing me about that one I broke. He said, "What did you do? Have 4 or 5 glasses of wine and decide to start taking ornaments off the tree?" I said, "Maybe," but that's not the way it happened. Anyway, so he's so particular because these are all ornaments that we have collected, and they all have their own individual box. So you have to find the box, then you got to find the ornament, then you got to, do all that. And he has them wired to the tree, not just on hooks, they are wired to the tree. So I don't know how long it's going to take. I'm so ready for this to be out of my life. I have everything else down and put away, and that damn tree is still sitting in there, and there are still some ornaments on it, and the whole front table is covered with ornaments. And, it's when they go up, he puts them all on the tree, and then it takes me another day because he leaves all the tags on them. He's such a collector. I mean, our tree looks like Minnie Pearl. They are tags, the original tag, they have the original box. He puts them on there, there's still the tag, and I have to go through and try to hide the tags after he decorates the tree. Anyway, so it takes another week for the tree to come down because all of those ornaments have to be put in the proper box and put in another bigger box and then put away. And there's nothing I can do but just, with my OCD, I'm about to go nuts. I want my house back. I can't even really clean in there. So that went on most of the day, and he had an appointment to go to, and he went in there, and Kenan is very impatient. I used to cut his hair because I did hair for 12 years, and I would cut his hair. And he's gotten to where lately, the past few times, he gets impatient, so he just takes the clippers, and he doesn't have a lot of hair anyway. Well, he came running. I was in here cleaning. Get this thing away from me. I was in here cleaning, dusting, and I hear him calling my name, and he comes in here and he goes, "What did you do to the clippers?" And I said, "Well, nothing. They were in the drawer." And he came around the corner, and he had pulled those clippers out of the drawer, and he doesn't even look in the mirror when he does it. And the guard was not on the clippers, so he just shaved himself completely bald. He looked like Mr. Clean. I said, you look just like Mr. Clean. And he goes, what am I going to do? And I said, well, I don't think you have very many options. I mean, you can put on a hat or go buy a wig, and that's going to look stupid. And I said, I really don't think anyone's going to notice that you have just a little bit less hair, because he was already bald on top. And I said, you're just going to, have to work with it. You are Mr. Clean. So anyway, he just left out of here looking like, Mr. Clean, and went to his appointment. But I hope he learned a lesson. Sometimes you can't do everything by yourself. Anyway, so far, that's been my day.